They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Green 90. Green 90.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop him.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 60 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go,
Robert Woods! And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And all the way down to the 35. A huge play that time for the Rams. 46 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On the counter, Gurley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. Goff now to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Allen Bailey in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the 50, it's Goff. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
76. 11. 11. Maverick. DC.
Now Goff on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Reggie Ragland. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. A shotgun snap for Goff. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, switching gears for a second, let's talk about all the offense that's been going on around the league.
Yes, please. Let's do it.
We've had 3 games where each team has scored 40 points. That didn't happen all of last year. And the most recent example, Week 6, that incredible 43-40 Pats win over the Chiefs.
A lot of people talk about when you make rules changes or you emphasize certain things that you have unintended consequences. Let's not kid ourselves. This was the intended consequence. Open up offenses, more scoring. We're seeing that, and we're seeing it, and fans are loving it. Defensive coordinators are hating it, but fans are loving it. And how about Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, that New England-Kansas City game? Big throw for big throw, touchdown for touchdown, and Brady guides him to a field goal to win it in the end.
Yeah, the elder statesman, because Patrick Mahomes was just 5 years old when Tom Brady threw his first touchdown pass in the NFL. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Black 58 rail. Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
Now Hunt. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Flushed out right. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Max mine.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this.
Ready. Green 39. Green 39. Play. Ace.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. The 20. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 8 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there from 6 yards away. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off the squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now 21-0. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Well, this gives us a chance to look ahead to some big Week 7 games upcoming. New England, Chicago, that's intriguing. Carolina and Philly, you have that game. And then how about Dallas and Washington? They're a combined 6-5, but they're playing for first place in the NFC East.
And just think, Dallas and Washington fans, when they have children, the first words they teach them are, "We hate that rival team." And now they're going to get after for first place in the East. The records aren't great, but the rivalry is strong. New England, Chicago. Chicago let one get away last week against Miami, but still they have high hopes in the NFC North, and they get to test their mettle against a perennial champion, the New England Patriots. And Carolina, Philly. Carolina had a tough one in Washington last week. Philadelphia, big win last Thursday against New York, against the New York Giants in New York. That's a big, big ball game for both of them.
Now a first down throw. Gone. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, gone. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Anthony Hitchens in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Out of the gun, Goff. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Green 39. Green 39. 26, Mike. 26.
On first down, Mahomes. Going deep here for Watkins. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Butker on for the PAT. Point after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Mahomes now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time. That'll bring up second down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
On the run, this is Hunt. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Ready! Green 39! Green 39! Take it, take it! 26, Mike!
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is, just what you said, you've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now gone. That is taken down. A Chiefs sack. Anthony Hitchens in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Goff now looking to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Reggie Ragland in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
3rd and long. It's gone. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. D. Ford in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. On 4th down, gone. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Anthony Hitchens in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Throwing now is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Ebukam not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was the free safety, LaMarcus Joyner, that time, able to make the play.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 46, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, switching gears for a second, a neat moment before Pittsburgh's game last week. Everybody knows James Conner and how he dealt with cancer. 10-year-old in the crowd, Charles, had a sign that he was holding, and this kid is also dealing with cancer. James Conner went over to him, met him, gave him a word of encouragement, and signed some things for him. That was really nice.
Really cool, isn't it? Because James Conner understands what that young man's going through. I believe his name was Levi. Got his attention. They're kindred spirits. And James Conner also showed him, by his play and being back out there, beat this, overcome it, and go out and live your life the way you want to live it. And he's living it in a big way in the NFL right now, having a terrific season.
Over 100 yards again this past week.
Yeah, what a great story and crucial catch month in the NFL.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Blue 45. Blue 45. Slow.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Matt Longacre in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So that'll back him up 5.
Slow. Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Slow.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very solid gain of 27. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
It was Reggie Ragland who got him down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On second down, here's Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ron Parker there in on the coverage, and he knocked it away.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And the Chiefs are going to get him. D. Ford in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the depth. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. D. Ford in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal.
Green 39. Green 39. Left.
They run with Hunt. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And the Rams getting set to go now. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's Goff. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. D. Ford in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Hey, lift!
A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. From the 50, it's Goff. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that. Rush coming, and he's taken down. D. Ford in there yet again. My goodness, make it 5 sacks for him now in this one game alone. To throw on second down is Goff. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, here's Goff. Cooks flashing the footwork, and that's complete to Cooks. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On 1st and 10, Goff. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Forced out to his left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Goff. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Chris Jones. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now it's Zerline to try the Ram field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Z. There we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Watkins the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90. Left, 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 left.
Mahomes will try again on second down. Going deep here for Watkins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So Charles are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's to the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vanish. Be cooling out in the whip, but I done near every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Houston Texans. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw on 2nd is Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Allen Bailey able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one.
And the pressure gets to him again. D. Ford in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down. A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On 1st down, it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. D. Ford in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this 1st quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reach.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90. Slow. Z. Switch up.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 42 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Nice job defensively to hold them to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Steps away to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now out comes Houston. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Reset.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Richmond.
On second down, here's Watson. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Anthony Hitchens coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
3rd and long. It's Watson being chased out left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the... It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there. Mahomes to Watkins. 51 yards. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Left, 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 left. No.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. This will be caught at about the 6. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DJ Reader in there to get him for a loss of 5. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. He's going to look deep down the field. And some space here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
That was close to a big play. Just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The Texans send the punter out, standing just about on his own goal line. Fielded just inside the 30. And we've arrived at the 2-minute warning here in half number 1. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Z. Ace.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. DJ Reader in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Left. Slow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ace.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. It's complete to Chris Conley. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. And now the Texans want to call another timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Here we go. Blue 45.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes dumps that off to Ware. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And the kick by Butker is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs' offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes now to throw. Buying time to his left. He gets it complete to Harris. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. Slow. Slow. Z.
On first down, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Green 39. Z. Slow.
Mahomes will try again on second down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Slow. Z.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Throw left side complete. It's Hunt. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And again, it's Mahomes. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Brandon Dunn able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught by Watkins for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 32 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Justin Houston not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Come back.
Now Watson throwing on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete.
Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. They are going for it. Here's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And all the way down to the 29. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Justin Houston in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. He sets to fire deep. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson steps away to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Back to throw, Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins from 4 yards out. And the Texans cut into that lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now here comes Kansas City. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down, being chased out left. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the third quarter. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Switch.
Mahomes now on 1st down. This is caught. Watkins. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Watson on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Ron Parker there in on the coverage, and he knocked it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Watson now to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90. Slow.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. After the interception, here's Watson. Flushed out right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves that you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
10 more there and another first down. Watson looks to throw again. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with his second touchdown of the night. And the Texans get a bit closer. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And now here comes Kansas City. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Here we go. Green, 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 79 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And got his man complete. And that one results in 35 yards. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. From the red zone now, Watson flush to his right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. And now out comes Houston. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now a play fake here on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Ace! Here we go! Green, 90! Green, 90!
Mahomes going to throw it here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. A beautiful spin and room to run. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Watson dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
To throw is Watson. He'll buy some time right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
One last throw here for Watson. Forced out to his left. And he's going to go down again.
And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
It's one of them ones, man. You just in the car, man. It's like when you in the car, you just think about everything, man. Definitely when you by yourself and you just cruising on the highway, man.